Guys, we need to just talk about something for a bit. And this is regarding to everybody who still hates troublemakers and villains such as Dark Bowser, Ronald the Cat, the fake Hendersons who are troublemakers in some Beyond videos, Megatron, Sid, and Stinky, Nelly from South Park, and other villains and troublemakers they all hate. Okay, I was recently watching a new For Hire series video on Super Mario Plush's channel, and Dark Ink Meowser actually made a good point about people taking villains and troublemakers too extreme and too seriously. And I have to agree, sometimes when you hate a certain character, or a person who bullied you, taking it to the point where you go too far is kinda getting too much. No offense. Plus, some villains change at the end on some movies. But I can understand why they love making videos where the troublemakers and villains get punished, so I'm not that too concerned or upset about that. Because they can still do it if they want to. But the only thing about it is if you're taking this troublemaker and villain thing where you go to the extreme, by making a killing video out of the troublemaker, or use it in an extreme graphic rage. I do remember when Melps, who used to be a VGCP member, and always gets upset when she watches MacUzipper gets grounded, and always took Diesel Buster's way to the extreme in the past. But what's actually bad was when she actually told people to stop making MacUzipper gets grounded because she liked MacUzipper. And wanted everyone to hate Diesel Busters instead. Come on. Really? You know you can't force somebody to cancel a grounded series just because you don't like it. That's their choice. Forcing them to stop will just make things worse. I can remember that the Diesel Busters hate base became a thing, but every time Melps saw a video where Diesel Busters assaulted someone, this is her reaction. As you can see here, this is when she actually liked MacUzipper, and hated Diesel Busters. But just seriously panicking like that is an example of taking the troublemaker too extreme. No offense. I'm gonna be honest, not to be in rude terms at all. She was kinda being a little bit of a baby back in 2016, which was going too far on troublemakers. Please note that this does not mean I hate her. I was only giving advice to her which I think she understands now, that taking troublemakers to the extreme is just too much. So, this being said, there are going to be a slight of few changes in my For Hire series I make, and that will go for everyone who does their For Hire series too. So, for number 1, I'm officially taking Tobias James UTTP off from General Guy's gang forever. Because, it's the same thing, I was taking him too seriously. And he's just a troll. So there wasn't actually a need to start a war against UTTP. I do remember, in the SLV Part 12 movie, some of the villains are some of the UTTP trolls. Which one seen in the bottom, was Yankee Dude Comedian 1995's clone, fighting with Dave Last Trolls Up, which involved him using a knife. That's another example of taking a troublemaker, a villain or a troll too seriously. When people make those, about troublemakers getting executed, killed and punished severely, that's no offense, going a little too far. And, again, I'm not saying the creators did a bad thing, but I'm just making a point about trolls being troublemakers in Beyond videos, especially the Tobias James guy. Now, I know and understand that bullying is wrong, but taking them to the extreme isn't gonna work. It never worked. They probably never listened to stop trolling anyways, so we just have to leave them be. So, as of now, when Brian For Hire episode 25 is out, I'm going to make Tobias James betray the troublemakers. He'll still be a troublemaker from Brian For Hire episodes 18 to 24, in 25, he's out of here. But just like Dark Ink Meowser, the bad clone, he'll have a really bad clone who will never improve behavior, and will permanently be in General Guy's gang until the final battle of General Guy For Hire 100 comes. And he'll have a different voice because some people might think I'm still taking him seriously. So he won't have the voice me, Nathan Barr and others have. I'll give him a different voice. So yes. After Brian For Hire 25 is out, the regular Tobias James with the Russell voice will be no more. He'll betray General Guy's gang and everyone else, and worry about his own life. Plus, he never caused any other trouble in other Beyond videos, not even mine. I barely even feature trolls in my videos to make them troublemakers. And again, that's taking the person again too seriously just because they did bad things on the internet. Trust me, there's many trolls that do bad stuff, but a lot of people just ignore them like D-Crack would do in his live streams, especially the Warren Cook hate base. Arc. Don't get me started on this one. Ever since Warren Gets Grounded the movie 2 was out, people were taking him too extreme, like they did to Cool Boy 7750 in 2017. And some of the Beyonders, not the ones from 2019 and 2020 and now, but really old ones who make killing videos out of them and made him a villain in some Go animate movies. And I couldn't blame Alan Cook that Warren was through that hate base for a long time. Honestly, I feel so bad for him that he got bullied non-stop for years. Same went with Coolboy 7750. He got hated because of the time he hated Alvin Hung and bullied, which nobody in 2017 cared at all. They thought he wasn't allowed to hate on Alvin Hung, when he still has every right to. I remember I used to happen to made a grounded video out of him back in 2017, but guess what? That video is no longer on my channel, because it was seriously wrong of me to bully him like that. That was even worse than taking him to the extreme. He used through this for a whole year, to be exact. This was a clip from SLV Part 4, Help Is Needed, where Coolboy was showing Shannon Irvin on what his life became when he and everyone who bullied him non-stop. And yes, this wasn't even a joke. Sometimes people can regret their wrongdoings. But just continuing to bully them even more just makes them not want to join the internet anymore. I don't even think he's of yonder anymore. I hope you listened to my point about making trolls into troublemakers, taking villains and troublemakers too seriously, and rage too far when they do something bad. I'll still get furious when the rude employees attack someone very badly, but they will not be killed, not even on Devious Diesel's revenge movie. Only my villains I made will be killed, not from anyone else's channels. Only mine. And no, Tobias James UTTP will not be in it. His real bad not improved clone will still. And again, will have a different voice. Please understand and note this message. Anyways, that's all I have for you. The new Die video comes out on Tuesday. Stay tuned for it. Alright, bye guys.